Are you ready? Well on the street fighter dreams. Prepare for battle. Welcome to the well on the street fighter dreams. Yeah, prepare for battle. Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the well on the street. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Are you ready? Go! It's waiting battle. Well, I got the picture. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Are you ready? Go! Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the World of the Street Fighter Dreams. Prepare for battle. Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of the Street Fighter 3. Prepare for battle. I'm waiting for this. Well, I got the picture. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of the Street Fighter 3. Prepare for battle. Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of the Street Fighter 3. Prepare for battle. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Prepare to strike. Now.
Let me bless your souls. Resurrection.
You win.
Before your
all right, that's cool. Wait.
before your
All
master.
right, that's cool. Yeah, I see. Excellent job.
Master. I am
bonus stage. Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Prepare for battle. Well, I got the picture. Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Prepare for battle. Picture. Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Well, I got prepared for battle. Prepare to strike. Now. Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Prepare for battle. I've been waiting for this. Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Well, I got prepared for battle. Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Channel登録よろしくお願いします。Yeah!